While we're waiting to get everything set up, you guys go ahead and drop in the comments where you're chiming in from. We want to know what part of the nation we are touching, okay? So go ahead and drop in the comments where you're chiming in from. Give us a shout out and don't forget to like and subscribe, okay?
Okay. Okay. I know Cardi B got that trademark, so don't y'all say nothing to me.
Right.
All right. So yes, we want to definitely use what we have to help you get what you desire. Like she said, I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator. I am the host of the Get High on Motivation show. I'm a business owner. I wear many, many hats, but to me, all the hats are the same, which is educator. I am here to educate and empower people who look like me, people who don't look like me, and who have desires like me. Because people over here on this side of the camera, we have big desires, and we have desires to do big things in our community, do big things in our family, and especially do big things for you and help you do the same. Mm-hmm. This is not about us. It's definitely about you. So if you find that there's something you need us to talk about, holler at us because we're here. All right. So let's go on and jump into conversation tonight. What we're going to talk about?
We are going to talk about wealth and mindset.
All right. Sounds like a winner to me because they go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You definitely can't have wealth without having that mindset first. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say that they're rich, but are you rich with your mindset? You know what I'm saying? It starts here first. Wealth starts here first. So I don't care how much money you have. That's why millionaires go broke within their first couple of years of getting that $1 million because they didn't have that wealth mindset. So we're here to help condition your mind, your wallet, and your bank account.
Hey, yes, I like what you said. It to me, when I think about wealth and mindset, like I said, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. Mm-hmm. And you just hit on something so big, is that we can be blessed with $1 million, but if we don't have the wealth mindset to support, to protect, to grow that $1 million, right, then that $1 million is gonna disintegrate on us. It's gonna be like, that's my sound effect, child. Don't worry about me.
I love it.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's just like money flying off into the air or something. But wealth is definitely a mindset. That is the biggest thing that I have learned in my studies over the past 15 years, reading all these doggone books. I thought that the wealthy people really knew something.
Right.
They did not know anything different from what we knew. They just had a different mindset. They had a different approach, a different perspective of life, a different perspective of money, how to use money. Mm-hmm. Where we were raised thinking, oh, don't get them credit cards. That's going to create bad debt. And then I get grown and I learned that there's a thing called good debt. Mm-hmm. We have to educate ourselves, and we have to definitely educate ourselves with the mindset. So if we get that $1 million, we know what to do.
We know how to leverage it. Mm-hmm. Yes. And it's so funny that you mentioned that. And I love getting together, sis, because when we get together, we just work on that vibe, and we have a whole conversation with the universe. We have a whole conversation with our audience, and I love the intimacy of this whole platform. But I was just talking to my son today, and I wasn't wealthy, but he was. I'm talking about the wealth mindset. Mm-hmm. Long ago, Michael Kors was my thing. So yeah. I'm buying Michael Kors. He's like, Mom, where are you going to leave tonight? I'm like, this Michael Kors person. He used to get pissed at me. Yeah. But he was the first one to buy a house before me. You see what I'm saying? So we were talking today, and we were talking about how you have to not want to look rich, but become rich. Woo! So that was my thing. I was trying to look rich. No, I was poor as all get out, but yes. I was trying to fake the funk. So instead of faking the funk, nowadays I am wealthy. You know, now I have 2 cars. I have 2 homes, you know, and I'm not trying to look all that part. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to leave my children wealth, not a bag, a Louis Vuitton bag or Louis Vuitton shoes. I want to leave them buildings and not bills.
I'm going to tell you, it's funny you say that, because one of my grandmothers that I used to really look up to, and then one day I realized she didn't have nothing but shoes and purses and clothes. Mm-hmm. And I realized I did not want to grow up just to have shoes, purses, and clothes.
Right.
I almost had an attitude with her for a minute because I was conditioned and thinking that was the life, to have Coach bags and Agna bags and, you know, Brahmin bags, all these, you know, just having a whole closet full of them for no reason, a whole 3 or 4 closets full of clothing and not even going anywhere. You know, I even had the pleasure of visiting some of my family out of town.
Yeah, you did.
For the holidays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got back last night. And there were some things that made light bulbs go off of me. And then some things I was like, oh, I don't like that. Mm-hmm. But it was like a double-edged sword. I have a cousin that is teaching her children to be accustomed of a better lifestyle, in a sense, to have finer things.
Mhm.
And what she said was that way when they get older, they'll have I don't know, maybe the wherewithal
Mhm. Yeah.
to get those things themselves as well. And she's already seeing that happen in their lives. They got jobs. She has two teenagers, one's like 18, one maybe 14 or 15, and they have jobs and they buy their clothes, they buy their shoes. So she don't have to worry about buying all those expensive shoes and whatnot that she's like, I'm not paying for that. But then I thought about it on the other side and even challenged her, but she was on top of it. I was like, that's my cousin right there. But I was like, okay, well, we got the Yeezys and these 800. One of them got $800 shoes on his feet, and I can't say nothing because I own $1,000 pair of shoes.
Right.
But then I started thinking, like, oh man, the wealth mindset versus the broke mentality. The broke mentality wants to look rich. We want to look good.
Right.
It made me think about back at home in Nashville. You see the fanciest, prettiest painted cars with the biggest, shiniest rims, and they just parked in the front yard because they can't go anywhere.
Or either they pulled up in the projects. I mean, I'm not down in that.
No,
I used to live in the projects. You know what I'm saying?
I lived in the projects too.
I'm not down in that whatsoever. But you know what I'm saying? Make your liabilities your assets. I don't see anything wrong with having 100 purses and 100 to choose if they're investments and you're going to sell them later.
Right. And that's what, I do with my stuff. Right. I'm the resale queen over here.
Right.
And it's
I know I got a couple of items.
Yes, y'all. So look, I wear some very not super expensive clothes, but definitely nothing cheap.
Right.
But I do pay cheap prices for them. I wear quality clothing for a cheap price. But what I've realized is that I have conditioned some of the people around me to think to go get those same brands, but they're buying it at full price. They missed the lesson of go get it on sale, get it off the clearance rack, go to the thrift store. Because it doesn't matter. If I got on a $400 jacket, you have no clue that I only paid $16 for it.
Right.
At the Goodwill. And it still had the $400 tag on there. That's how I knew it was $400, y'all.
Right.
Okay. These things exist out there. And that's part of my wealth mentality. There is a book on, it's called, I think, The Millionaire Next Door. Something like that.
I'm going to write that down. I'm always looking for a good read.
So The Millionaire Next Door, y'all, compares what they call under wealth accumulators. And then the other one is the progressive wealth accumulator, something like that, right? And they compare two very similar families.
Okay.
You have two doctors. Let's call them Dr. North and Dr. South.
Kind of similar to Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Very similar, but what they're going through, they're telling you what's the real about millionaires, because we have this concept of what a millionaire looks like. We think that a millionaire shows up in a Lamborghini and steps out in some red bottoms. When really, millionaires show up in a Ford F-150 pickup and hop out in some dusty boots.
Wearing the same set of clothes for the whole week. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that.
Balling.
I read that. Wealth for generations.
Long paper.
And generations.
Old paper.
Right.
And all of this is possible by making certain decisions here and now. So it doesn't matter where we are, because Warren Buffett didn't make the majority of his money until after he turned 50. So if you are under 50, if you are even over 50, know that you still got a chance.
That's me.
Because he made the 99% of his money when he hit 70.
Let that sink in. So it's never too late to start.
Never too late.
I love that story. I love it.
That tells me even if a person is retired, you still have an opportunity to become wealthy. The other thing that I learned from Warren Buffett, so if any of you have not ever heard of the Get Higher Motivation Show, you should tune in, because today we talked about how to grow your money, and I shared something that I recently learned about Warren Buffett. Before he became the Warren Buffett that we know, he focused on some small investments that had high returns. Because typically when you make a big, huge investment, it does not have a very high return. Okay? And typically, those are like some of the newer stocks, newer opportunities that come across our awareness.
Right.
And what I've always believed is that to build wealth, we have to be ahead of the curve. You can't wait till something is trending and then want to jump on the trending train.
Right.
It's the people who originally invested in Apple. It's the people who originally invested in Microsoft or Google. or Amazon,
Right.
Bitcoin, whatever. Those people are the ones that's balling out, but they didn't wait till it became mainstream and jumped on the bandwagon.
Right.
That's
Speaking of that, excuse me, guys. Speaking of that, we have a company that we are partnered up with that's new in the game, but we're about to be the next billion-dollar company, guys.
Yes.
So what I'm talking about is to get on the bandwagon while we're still a new company. I kid you not. It has literally changed my life, and it's changing so many others' lives. We've been able to hit Inc. 5000 even during a pandemic. So if you don't know what that means, you know, go ahead and look it up. But we help people with personal credit, business funding, business loans. We even have our own credit and debit card now, where, you know, I could go on and on about that, but yeah, we'll do a whole new show about that one.
Yes.
But what I wanted to touch bases on, Mimi, is that it's not too late, guys. If you've already blew a lot of money on that Black Friday and stuff like that. I used to shop spontaneously just to make myself feel better or whatever. And then I look around, I'm like, what am I doing with all this stuff? And then I go and return it, you know, so you can call that a sickness because I believe that's what it truly was, but I don't do that anymore. So what I do is I just invest my money in me, whether it's education and expanding my mind so that I can understand how to grow wealth. Nobody's born with these things, and generationally, we're not even given these things, but you can learn. So just invest in education that's going to benefit not only you, but generations and even your community. So I just wanted to spread that good word of faith.
So I'm going to jump on her bandwagon. I'm jumping on her soapbox with her, y'all, because we are in the holiday season. And I know very many of you are looking at things to buy your children, things to buy your spouse, your boo, your cousins, your friends. Let's reconsider what we're investing our money in, because no matter where you exchange cash or swipe that card, you are investing in that place. You're investing in that person. What are we really investing in for the people in our lives? So instead of maybe going out and getting that toy that our child is going to play with for a few days and then they don't know where it is, it's broke or something somewhere, what if we bought them a savings bond instead?
Guess what I'm buying my grandchildren this year?
What?
Passports.
Yes.
So I can show them the world so that they can broaden their horizon. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing passports this year.
Now that's a gift. Clothes is not a gift. Unless your child has outgrown everything that is in their closet, they don't need any new clothes just because it's red and white time in America, in the United States of
advertisement. Don't get caught in the trap, y'all.
Because it is a trap. They are targeting you. They are targeting you. They're targeting your dollars. They're targeting your bank account. They're targeting your future. If you think about it, they're targeting your wealth, the future of your wealth. Because every time we go out there and take advantage of a sale, just because it was a sale and just because it was on sale,
it really wasn't. They already marked it up 500% in the first place. You're not getting a sale.
And if you think she's making it up, I can speak from experience. I used to be a buyer for a store. We would buy jeans for $12 a pop. They had price tags on them for $120 a pop. And people wonder why I thrift and shop on clearance racks. It's because I know what's going on in real life. Now, don't get it twisted. There are some things that I will pay full price for, but please believe they have such a quality. It won't be a Michael Kors, like she said, because Michael Kors is going to fall apart on me at the end of the day. And I know that because I've bought plenty of it.
Right.
That's when I went back. Let me go back to my Coach bag that I still been having since I was a teenager, and it's still holding its shape, versus this Michael Kors bag that I spent $400 on, and the stitches is already popping out.
Right.
We have to be mindful of what it is, and sometimes that is an investment. If you know that you're going to be showing up to meetings, invest in a good suit. Invest in having something that you can wear to a black tie affair.
Or call Mimi and go shopping in her closet.
Or call Mimi and go shopping in my closet. And I have stuff for ladies and guys. You'd be surprised at what's there. But it's only because I wanted to make sure that my people were equipped to go out into professional spaces, because a lot of us weren't taught that. I was blessed. I had a very bougie Grammy, and Grammy taught me how to dress. Right, that's one thing that she taught us. We had standards of how we dressed. Even if you didn't have a whole lot, it better be ironed and tucked, and you better smile with it on, Right. But yeah, we just really have to be mindful of what are we investing in our money in during this holiday season? What is it, the message that we are really sending to our family and friends? Are we buying something are you buying something that you would really like to have for them? or you buying something that they can truly utilize and really need in their life. Some people probably could use a coupon for a life coaching session. Hit me up for that too.
Right.
Or a coupon for a therapy session or a massage, something that's really going to give them some mental relaxation. People need some mental health days.
And don't hopefully people won't take it personal if you buy them a certificate to get their credit repaired and start using other people's money instead of your own credit, y'all.
Right.
Is where it's at.
And not to go buy a television. Use that money to buy some things that you can really use. Go buy a new computer so that way you can create some content. Get a new microphone. Get something that can invest in you, even if you have a 9-to-5. We're offering an opportunity right here, right now. Like if you have been looking for a side hustle, holla at us. Yes. Because we know about side hustles.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the perfect side hustle for you, where you can transform your life, people's lives around you, the community, and some bank accounts too.
Yes.
So reach out. It's time for you to level up. And we're here to help you make that happen. And we're not trying to fuss at you and beat you over the head. And I know you have these traditions, these holiday traditions. Well, always know that first and foremost, it's not a tradition, it's a condition. And that secondly, that you have the opportunity to create your own tradition. So your tradition doesn't have to be for people to go broke spending money that they don't have, maxing out credit cards, putting stuff on layaway and all this other junk just for the gram, for the Facebook family.
Right. People who don't really care 2 cents about you. Just saying.
She's just saying, and I'm just backing up. Yeah, but the conversation really goes back to your money and your mindset. What is your mindset towards your money? What is your mindset towards growing your money? What kind of relationship do you have with your money? Do you have
that relationship?
Yeah. Do you have money? Do you have a hostile relationship with the money? Like soon as it gets in your pocket, you got to get it gone because you scared and going to pay these bills and spend what's left over because I don't trust myself with the money. Do you have the type of relationship with money where you are super possessive and you're like, this is my money. I'm keeping it to myself. Don't touch it. You can have it. Right. You know. We have to think about what our relationship is.
I remember you speaking on something where you were saying that you give money freely and then it comes back freely.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes. Like I want to say that the Japanese people call it arigato. Arigato your money, which they mean appreciate your money. So when you paying a bill, say thank you. When you swiping that card, close your eyes for a moment, say thank you. Spend it freely, like she said. Knowing that it's going to keep coming back. It's a system. It's a law. Just like what goes up must come down. What goes in will come out. What goes around comes around. And part of that, what goes around coming around is our finances. If scared money don't make no money.
Right.
That is so true. If you are spending your money out of fear, it will run away from you. Because it's scared too. Since you scared, it's scared too. So it's going to run and hide from you.
Right.
But if you're confident and money feels safe with you and feels like it's going to be taken care of, then money will be all up in your pocket.
Right. You guys notice when you, when, you go to church and they're playing that happy song when you're going to go put the money in the pot. You know what I'm saying? That happy song, feel happy about doing what's right. You got to give in order to receive, period. But anyway, that's all I wanted to put out there. And just, you guys just be careful of how you're spending. And I'm just telling you this from experience. Don't spend all your money, for the holidays and then hoping to get that income tax back in February of next year, because trust me, we can't depend on the government. We can't depend on jobs at this point. It's time to find you a home-based business to where you can replenish whatever you're spending. Now, when I go shopping, I think of how many customers or people do I have to help in order to replace the money that I just spent.
Makes sense to me. So let's make some smart money decisions this holiday season.
Yes.
Let's make some decisions that are going to make a difference in the future, not a difference right now, or put a temporary smile on somebody's face. What do you think about that?
That sounds like an amazing idea.
Well, let's do it, and let's hope that everybody watching decides to join us.
I won't even say idea. That sounds like an amazing plan. Let's put that plan to action.
They say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. We have a plan, so we will not fail. We will win. and you will win as well. So we don't want to keep you all night. We'll be here next week. So make sure you hit a subscribe button wherever you need to hit it. And if there's anything that we need to talk about, let us know. Click somewhere. Drop us some comments. Where you at? What you want to know? What was the big thing that you took away from today's conversation? We want to know. Talk to us. Don't let us just be talking to you and talking by ourselves.
Tell them about tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. Tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. So we have so much stuff going on, y'all. You know, on Wednesday mornings, we do Get High Motivation Live. Then we do this in the evening. But on Thursday mornings, it is Black Coffee Talk. And we meet on Clubhouse to have a conversation about building generational and community wealth in the Black and Hispanic communities. So if that is something that interests you, please join us on Clubhouse. The name of the club is called the Black Paradigm Shift, and we hope to see you there. And then you got to come back and mosey back around on the evening for Thursday Night Cream.
Yes, ma'am. That's Thursday Night Cream, where credit rules everything around me. And we do that every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Mountain with multimillionaire Calvin Allen and, of course, Kim with Kim's Credit Leverage. So we will see you tomorrow. Be there, guys. We love each and every one of you. Remember to be great on purpose.
All right.